You really want the fans to hear from you. You want them to know that you're okay on the other side. Is that correct? Okay.
Hey everybody, it's me, Josh with Hope, and today I'm sharing a really special session with you. Over the years, many people have asked me if I've ever reached out to Elvis, and I did briefly when Lisa Marie passed, and I didn't get anything. And I know some people thought that meant that maybe he's still alive. I personally do not believe that he is still alive. But over the course of 3 nights, I was able to ask questions that you guys posed. I made a post on Facebook, and so many of you asked some wonderful questions for me to ask Elvis in sessions. And that's exactly what I did. And it felt like over the course of those 3 nights, the connection got better. So I can't wait to share this amazing session with you all. But before I do, it's important that I explain a few things. And if you're new, or even if you've followed me for many years, which many of you have, I would still take the time to listen to what I'm going to explain. You know, reversing my sound banks on my app and reversing my responses is a way to validate the work that I'm doing. It does not debunk my work. And I explain that in every session that I post. Yet there are dishonest people out there, so-called debunkers and haters, that have stepped up their efforts to try and spread disinformation about the work that I'm doing in hopes that you're too lazy or that you're not intelligent enough to understand what I'm doing here. Now, many wise people in the past have told me, don't defend yourself against your attackers, and that the minute you start doing so, you've lost. That friends and followers don't need explanations, and that enemies will never accept them. And that makes a lot of sense. I had to learn that lesson the hard way, and it was many years ago that I learned I'm not going to make response videos to people's attacks. Since starting this work in 2013, one of only two ITC communicators that have been on this platform for as long as we have, I've had about 14 hate videos that are attacking me and slandering me, one more pathetic and dishonest than the next. And it is what it is. And I've had to just kind of keep my mouth shut and just keep doing my work. And I think that has served me well. But what I will do is take this opportunity to further educate. Because when I arm you all with the facts and I give you all the understanding of what's going on, it's hard for these people to peddle the disinformation that they are in trying to turn people against this work and against me. And I'm not the only one being attacked, by the way. So it's not something that I take too personally. There are new paranormal teams and other mediums being attacked on the daily from these channels that are seeking attention. And it is what it is. It's kind of par for the course. But again, I'm here to further explain that there's no one on this platform that explains as much as I explain. In fact, some people are like, man, you talk so much and you explain it, but this work deserves it. So as I said in the beginning, I tell you that in my app, the Hope Spirit Box app, it's a free app for everyone. I have a new version coming out soon for everyone. The banks are backwards, reversed human speech that has been slowed and chopped up. And I tell people, whether it's my responses that are coming through the boxes or you can check my app, you can always validate this by reversing those things, the sound banks or the responses, and you can hear words and parts of words. Now, why is that important? That's important because some people claim that I am laying in forward words into my sessions to fit my session, or that I'm using AI. And by reversing the responses or the sound banks, you can hear that there is backwards human speech. And that proves that I'm not laying in forward words. It proves that I'm not using AI. It proves that I'm telling you the truth. Yet some of these dishonest, channels that call themselves debunkers are trying to do that very same thing and trying to somehow claim that it debunks my work when only it validates it. So that's very important you understand that. But again, I'm not the only one that can do this. All of you can do it. And many of you have taken my app or my process and have captured responses from your loved ones, getting your name, their name, other key pieces of information that only you or they would know. And no one can take that away from you. And don't let them try to lie to you and try to slander you or myself or anyone else, because that's not the case. Now, I'm using that. Why am I using reverse speech? Well, the majority of the apps out there and radio spirit boxes use forward speech, either forward sound banks or the broadcast from radio. And a lot of times you get false positives. You think it's a spirit speaking, but it's not. It's really just the app giving you a response from the sound bank, or it's the broadcast from the radio. So I learned a long time ago that spirits can manipulate audio. That's how they're able to communicate. They're able to take sound and they're able to manipulate it. Now, they don't have vocal cords like they did when they were alive here. And that's why when I take a voice recorder, a simple voice recorder, and I record myself asking a question and then spirit speaking, you hear my voice with a tone like I have now, and you hear their response as a whisper. If they could talk perfectly like we do here, you would hear their voice with a tone. So by giving them a voice back, you're able to give them a voice that they can take and form their own responses with. It's that simple. So what I do is I feed that raw audio, backwards, reversed human speech through my box. I keep it on silent, right? Because I don't want constant sound coming out. And I ask a question, and when I'm done asking the question, I turn the dial, the noise gate, or I open the gate on the app, and I allow for some of that sound, about 2, 3, 4 seconds worth of that sound to come out, for the spirit to form their own response. If they don't use it, all we're going to hear is gibberish. But when they do use it, you hear a very clear, undeniable response, sometimes very short, like a yes, I'm here, or yes, it is, or something like that. Or sometimes it's more involved, almost like a sentence. Sometimes the responses are clearer than others, but it's remarkable. And I've been doing this for almost 14 years at this point. And many of those responses have given us nicknames and details about cases like suspects and how people have died well before authorities have released that information or autopsies have been released. That's why so many news outlets and larger media outlets have picked up stories on my sessions. Howard Stern was talking about my work recently. I was on a CBS morning show. And the more that I get picked up and get looked at by these types of outlets, the more the attacks come. And it is what it is. And it's just something that I have to deal with. Does it hurt? Is it annoying? Yes, it is. But it's never stopped me, and it's never slowed my channels down from growing. I am an experienced medium that doesn't need equipment in order to do this work. I've done over 5,000 readings where I don't ask for any information up front. I sit there with my eyes closed on the phone with someone, and I ask for the person's name that they want to speak to, and then they have to stay silent for at least 15 minutes without giving me any feedback while I give you all the information. And that's the way it's supposed to work. Good mediums are about 80% accurate, and that's about where I'm at, 80, 85%. So sometimes I'm off, and that's normal. But I also use equipment, and it is amazing. And that's why people want to keep doing interviews and reporting on it. That's why hundreds of thousands of people have followed my work and continue to follow it. So it's important that I share that information. I don't always hear everything in real time, so I have to go back and review these sessions. I don't believe these are demons and evil entities that are coming through. I've been doing this work for a very long time, and 99% of what I've captured has been positive, love-filled. The people ask me, what's the most common message that I hear coming through the boxes over the years? And it's about love and light. They mention God, they mention helping others, being with others on the other side. So it's a beautiful process. But clearly, just like in anything else, there's always going to be the flip side of negative people. So by arming you with the facts and telling you how you all can validate this work or how you can do this work yourself, that's very important. That way, when you come upon one of these horrible videos, I mean, these people are, I mean, I think evil almost at this point. I mean, trying to spread rumors and trying to, again, spread disinformation, attacking the believers that are in my comments section. You can read the comments under some of these hate videos, and they incite violence and they wish death and jail and raping and all kinds of other horrible things that you just have to wonder, why would anyone listen to these people? These are people that don't believe in this work, period. They don't believe spirit communication is real. They claim to be skeptic, but a skeptic is someone that may not believe but is open to new information. But regardless of what new information these people are given, they don't take it in. They don't process it. And I've seen countless paranormal channels complaining about the drama that these other so-called debunkers have caused. And they're always constantly being threatened to be shut down, drama filled. I watched a grown man sit and cry because his channel was going to be taken down after bullying countless people. It makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. So whoever finds this work and is able to be intelligent enough to discern the real information, God bless you. Then you're on your way to understanding more. And to the people that don't believe, just keep scrolling on. But at least you understand that you've been given the right information. There's no part of my process that is proprietary or hidden. Everything that I've done live, I've done in front of people, I've worked with institutes, I've worked with law enforcement, despite some people thinking that's some kind of like false claim. I've gotten information that is just impossible to get unless it was that person coming through. And I'm going to continue to share it, and I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm sure I'll continue to be attacked, but it is not going to bother me. And I will never respond to them by calling them out by name or bringing attention to what they're doing. But I will continue to further educate. It showed me that I need to continue and explain all of this in every video that I post. I can't afford to post a video without this information, because that's the one video that some hater debunker will take and try to spin it into their own narrative for their own agenda. And that's just not going to work. So anyway, this amazing session with Elvis is powerful. I was really impressed with what responses did come through. I did want to dedicate 3 nights to do it because I knew that it was important. And he was probably the most requested person I've ever had you all request. So I hope you all enjoy it. If anyone is interested in any of the things that I offer, please visit hopeparanormal.com. You can see that I offer a book that I wrote about my journey, where I'm very open about my past, people that have ridiculed me about it, which is just crazy. My new app that is coming out for Android and iOS, it's an updated version. There will be a free version and a paid version. I also offer sessions and readings that anyone can book. And I appreciate all of the love and support. The majority of you are all positive and you understand what it is I'm doing. But I'm grateful that you did take the time to listen to this, whether you're new or whether you're a returning viewer. And let's just get right into the session. This is the first night of me reaching out to Elvis.
I'm going to try on my computer first, and then I will go to my box. We are only going to ask for you for about 10 minutes. Elvis, I feel that you are there with me in the room, as I've just spent some time focusing. I feel like I'm seeing you there. I feel like I'm connecting with you within this astral room. Is that true? Do you feel it? Are you with Lisa? Are you around your daughter? there's a lot of people asking about you. And I've put a questionnaire for people to fill out questions that they want me to ask you. Tomorrow night, if I ask for you, would you be willing to come through for a full session? Sounds like yes. A lot of fans, a lot of people are still asking for you after all of these years. They want to hear from you. They really want to hear from you. Will you be able to give them some messages tomorrow night? Answer some questions? There's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of speculation. Of course, a lot of people think that you're still alive. They think that you are this person, this Bob Joyce, this pastor, who he has vehemently denied that he is not you. Anything you want to say about that? So again, I don't want to get into too many of these questions tonight. I want to do a proper session tomorrow. I'm going to meditate and prepare, and as I do with all my sessions. But again, just to be clear, you would be willing to come through tomorrow night if I asked for you? Are you around your daughter and grandson and other loved ones that have crossed to the other side? Have you been reunited with all of them? All right, well, hoping I get to connect with you again tomorrow night for a full session. I'll have the questions written out, and we'll just run through them with you and give you a chance to answer as many as you can. Until tomorrow night, God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay. So Elvis, the intent was made and the intention was set. Just listening to your music, which you have so many classics, and it gave me chills as I was listening to your music. And you really were an amazing performer, and you have left your mark on this world. And so I'm excited to give you a chance tonight. It sounds like, listening to what you said the night before, that you wanted to come through. I've got questions here. I'm not going to start asking them just yet. I want to give you a chance to kind of get used to this here if you can. How are you tonight, sir? How about now? Okay, now I'm listening, but a lot of what you say I won't understand until I go back. This is your voice with no forward words in it. This is just reversed, chopped up speech of yours. It's the sound of your voice. So I wanted to give you back your voice. Now, I asked for Lisa before, right after her passing, and, she came through. She was, pretty kind. I think that, her personality really came through. So it really is something we want to make sure that you have been reunited with Lisa Marie, your daughter, on the other side. You are there with her, correct? Something. Okay. Now, it sounded like you asked to come through, or you wanted to come through, which is weird because people are requesting you. I didn't know that you were, asking to come through, but it sounds like you wanted to come through. Is that true? Yes, sir. Yes, something. Are you enjoying the afterlife? Are you enjoying the other side, I should say, with your loved ones? Are you enjoying the other side? Yes, sounds like yes again. Now, this is a good question. There's a lot of good questions here that people asked. Someone wants to know, are you happy with the legacy that you left behind here? I mean, so many people are still thinking about you and listening to your music, and they just love you so much. Are you happy with the legacy you left behind here? Do you still sing in heaven? Do you sing in heaven? Yes. Do people come and watch you sing? Like, do you perform because you want to? Do people come and listen to you sing on the other side? Yeah. Sounds like he's saying yeah. Um, can I ask you about Priscilla? We want to know, do you miss her? Do you miss Priscilla? Do you visit her? Do you check in on her and visit her? Yes, something, something. Now, this is an interesting question. Graceland is a place, it's a museum, it's a place that, you are, I believe buried out back. I think Lisa Marie is there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But do you check in or visit Graceland still? Your granddaughter, Riley, Lisa's daughter, are you around her? Do you check in on her? Are you proud of her? Like I said, I've never seen so many people. I mean, there's been names that people have asked for repeatedly over the years. Um, People have always asked me if I've asked for you. I said I did once briefly, and I didn't get anything. I don't remember that I got anything. And so people thought that meant that you were still alive. Some think that you've reincarnated into a new person. I don't believe that to be the case. I believe you are on the other side. That's what I believe, is I'm seeing you, and that's my intuitive feeling that you are there on the other side. But do you have any message to fans, the adoring fans, the ones that love you, that keep your memory alive? Do you have any message to them? When I hear you talking about that you asked to come through, that you wanted to come through, when I get in meditation that you will come through and that you wanted to come through, what comes to mind when I hear that, when I get that information, is that you wanted to clarify, that you wanted to set the record straight. And there's plenty of people that may see this and still say, no, I still think that he's this pastor, or I still think that he's alive hiding out somewhere at 91 years old. And that's how old you would be now today if you were still alive. But at least to coming from you, and I believe this is you, I trust this is you in this connection. I don't know. Anything else you want to say about that? Let me ask you this. Does it feel like it's been as long as it has? Does it feel like it's been, I mean, I can't do my math, but, about 50 years or so since you passed? Does it feel like 50 years? Okay. Let let me ask you this. Did you have some kind of divine experience? I know that you knew about, I think you read up on the autobiography of a yogi. You knew about Paramahansa Yogananda. I'm sure you probably believed in Jesus Christ as I do. But did you have any kind of divine experience on the other side when you got there? Now, one thing I like to do, we're about to end this here in a few minutes, but one thing that I like to do, whether someone has been deceased a long time or a short time, whether they died of old age or they died early, it doesn't matter. I like to say prayers for the person, and I like to invite the person to say prayers with me after I shut off the cameras. Will you be open to saying any prayers with me? All right. Hang with me, man, another couple moments and we're going to pray, okay? Okay. This is my third and final time in connecting with Elvis Presley. Elvis, I greet you again, and I thank you. It's an honor to connect with you. And there really were, a lot of responses that I am hearing after going through your session. I asked about the fans, and you said something about watch it, like maybe telling them to watch this over and over or watch it a few times, that it will be in their head. Maybe they'll get that. But you really want the fans to hear from you. You want them to know that you're okay on the other side. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah, you said I missed a lot, so I'm sure that I missed a lot of what you were saying, not hearing it in real time, maybe not, it takes multiple times for me to go through this stuff to really understand what is being said. But when I go back through, I'm seeing 20 different responses that I believe you're saying pretty clearly. I asked, how are you on the other side, and with the loved ones that are there, your brother, your mother, grandson, your daughter, I'm sure your father, and you said it's the love that we have. It's the love. So you're experiencing the other side, love on the other side, correct? Again, I asked if you wanted to come through, and you said yes, certainly. I asked if you were enjoying the other side, and you said yes, enjoy it. So you are enjoying the other side, and you're okay over there. Yes, okay. Kind of doing a rapid fire here. Not trying to talk too long, not trying to keep you on long, but I felt like I really owed it to you to do this. I asked if you were happy with the legacy that you left behind, and you said, yes, I do, or something, and you let go, or yes, I do. I asked if you still sing on the other side. You said yes, and if people are watching, and you said yeah. So people, you are singing, and people are still enjoying you on the other side. I asked if you miss Priscilla, and you said, oh, I miss her, man. Yes, you're visiting her. Yes, you said that. So you're checking in on Priscilla, and I don't know if she's remarried with someone, or I don't know. I'm sure it's been 50 years, but you still have a great love and affection and admiration for Priscilla, correct? I asked about the fans again, and it sounds like you said something along the lines of blessing you, something blessing you. Is there any other message that you want to give to the fans tonight? I, something you. Sounds like you're saying something to them. Is there any, I asked if there's anything else about, this, these rumors of still being alive and, about, being on the other side. And you said, yeah, they miss me terribly. They miss us terribly, I think is what you said. So, you're confirming that you are over there. There's no truth to the rumors that you're still alive. And it's really just because the fans miss you and miss Lisa as well terribly, correct? Okay. Again, I just, to satisfy what the people are asking, this is not coming from me. But there is, I'm just trying to give you one last shot to try to clarify it. I know you're on the other side. I'm connecting with you. I'm doing this. And even though it's not easy, but any truth to the Bob Joyce rumors or any other thing you want to clarify regarding this Pastor Bob Joyce, anything else you want to say about that? I asked if you've seen God, have you had a divine experience, and you said, yeah, I've seen something. I didn't hear the end part of that. Maybe I'll be able to make it out by the time I'm finished with the video. But you said, yeah, I've seen. So you have seen God. You're around the light, feeling the light. You've had some experience with the divine, correct? Well, that's it. That's all I had written down. I had a bunch of responses that I was able to hear so far, and I'm hoping that I could make out more of what you're saying as I have to go through these sessions multiple times. But I just knew I needed to do this one last time with you, and I want to say again, thank you. I thanked you last night. It is an honor if you did ask to come through, and that you were willing to try this. It's not easy, as you can tell, but it seems like you were able to do it. I mean, there's definitely quite a few responses, and I'm hoping that this little third round helped in just clarifying and clearer audio. Any final message that you want to say tonight about anything that you want to say? Okay. I don't know, but I'm done. I'm grateful, and I'm going to say another brief prayer for you. And again, I'm going to ask the fans to send you love and light, and just say a prayer for you. They've been asking for so long under all the comments of other videos and other posts, so they really wanted to hear from you. And God bless you. Sending love to Lisa and everyone else on the other side, and continue to enjoy the afterlife, the other side, the life that continues on for us. And that's it, man. All right. So I'm going to say a brief prayer after I shut off the cameras, as I always do for everyone, regardless of whether they need it or not. I encourage all of you to send this man and his loved ones on the other side love and light through prayer, and visioning his face, and just shooting him some love. He will feel it. They will all feel it. They always do. They confirm that. And I thank you for the love and support. You know, as I've said in the beginning of this video, there's a lot of love and a lot of support over the years, but of course, you know, the flip side is there's a lot of hate, a lot of ignorance, and it's a shame, but that's, I think, just the way that this goes. And the more people that I reach in sharing this work and helping regular people with their loved ones and reaching out to well-known people, those, you know, very evil and nasty attacks continue, and we push forward. We ignore, and I continue to educate people on the process and arm you all with the facts so you understand how to you know, spot the disinformation and the, you know, the nonsense. But I love you all. I thank you. Until next time.